Gertie.
The same Jesus.
Yes, the same. Yesterday, today, and forever.
That's right. Good job, Gertie. Well, today is Epiphany, and Epiphany is when the wise men were looking really hard for Jesus, and they found him.
Well, how'd they find him?
Well, they sort of had a little clue of what they were supposed to look for.
Clue? That sounds fun.
Well, we're going to play a little game like that right now, Gertie.
Really?
Yeah.
I love games.
I want you to find somebody in this church that we all know and love.
Right here? Are they hiding somewhere?
They're not hiding, but they're somewhere in the church.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to give you a clue.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay, so boys and girls, you can listen too because you might know where this is.
Yes.
So when we were doing Sunday school, and we're going to do it again, but in a little while,
Someday.
when it's all safe.
Yes.
So when we were doing it, after Sunday school, kids would come out and come down the stairs and they would get a snack somewhere. And your mom or dad or grandma, they might have got coffee there too, at the same place.
Okay.
Okay, so think about where that might be.
And that's where the person's at.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think. I think I know.
You
Can we
do?
go there now?
Sure, you
Okay.
go there. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Hello? Is anyone home? Oh!
Miss Gertie!
Pastor Nick!
Hey, how are you?
I found you.
Good. I'm glad you found me. Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and Happy Epiphany.
That's right. Today's Epiphany.
Yep, Miss Mary just told me that.
That's a big word.
Gertie, you found Nate.
I did.
Oh, great job. You followed the clues so well.
Thanks, it was a good clue.
Boys and girls, did you know that Pastor Nate was going to be at the coffee shop?
They probably did.
I love coffee, Gertie. It's one of my favorite things.
My mom loves it too. Finding Nate reminded me of a story. You know when Jesus was born and God put the star in the sky as a clue so that people could find him?
That's right. And some wise men saw the star and they knew about the ancient prophecy. And so they followed the star so they could find Jesus, the newborn king.
Wow.
And it took them a really long time. It was far.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing there's airplanes.
Do you think there were airplanes all the way back then?
Well, I mean, there's airplanes now.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't alive back then, so I don't know for sure that there weren't airplanes, but I'm not sure there were airplanes way back then.
Well, how about cars?
I don't think there were cars way back then either.
Trains?
I don't think there were trains either.
Well, then how did they get there?
Well, I think they might have had to take a camel.
A camel?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long
You think so,
trip.
Pastor Nate?
Well, a camel or a donkey or a mule or some kind of animal they probably had to ride.
That was probably smelly.
Probably was.
But the star eventually led them to Jesus, right?
They sure did.
Yes, and they bowed down and they worshiped Jesus and they brought him gifts.
Did they bring Jesus a puppy?
Well, I'm sure that Jesus would have loved that, but no, they did not.
Well, then what did they bring him?
They brought him gold.
Oh, that's a really nice gift.
That is a really nice gift. It says they brought him gold and frankincense and myrrh.
What are those?
Well, gold is a super valuable gift, right? That's a really nice one. And frankincense and myrrh, those are actually two gifts that you can use for a lot of different things, and that would have been really valuable to Jesus and his family.
Well, those are very nice gifts then.
And today, God still wants us to seek his son and try to find him.
Well, we don't have a star to follow, like the wise men did, but is there other kinds of clues that God gives us?
Yeah, so you're right. We don't really have a star like the wise men had all those years ago, but we do have things like the Bible.
I know what that is. I have one.
Yes, and the Bible tells us all about what Jesus did, how he lived, how we can be like him and live like him. And it shows us most of all, it tells us about how he gave his life for us, he died for us, and then he rose again so that we can live forever with him.
That's a good clue.
It's a great one.
What other clues?
I think maybe that we can pray and talk to him.
I like to pray.
Prayer is a really good one. And prayer reminds us, or actually when we do it, we actually get to talk to God. We get to communicate with God. Jesus gave us a specific prayer, the Lord's Prayer, the one that starts out, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. We say that prayer a lot when we gather for worship and in our homes. And it's a way and a reminder that we get to talk to God. We get to communicate with him. He's interested in the things we have to pray about. So that's a good one too.
I like that one. Are there any other ones?
Yeah, prayer's a good one. The Bible's a good one. I know one. Other Christians and the faith that we share and the stories we tell each other. Other Christians are a great way.
So kind of like when you give your sermons and when Miss Mary teaches us in Sunday school.
Two really good ones. But also, just like sharing with each other something important that God has done in our lives. So it's great when we do that in church or in Sunday school, but sometimes just a conversation about Jesus and about faith with a brother or sister in Jesus who loves him just like you do is a great clue and a great way to stay connected.
I like that.
I like that too.
So I think I thought of a clue, but I'm not sure.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay. So when I was walking here this morning, I was looking around and I saw the trees, and I saw the grass, and the sky, and the snow.
And the snow.
Yes, the snow. And I like this one. Anyway, I was thinking about how God created those things. Is that a clue too?
You know what? That is a clue, and some important words that we say when we gather up for church, the words of the Apostles' Creed. And the first line is, I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth. And it reminds us that God's created everything, and all of his creation is a clue for us to remind us that he's our God and we are his people. So yeah, creation's a good one.
Yeah.
Even the snow.
Even the snow.
Yep.
So when you're out taking a walk, you can do all those things together. You can pray, you can think about Jesus, you can see him in everything around you.
That's awesome.
It is. So when we're really serious about looking for Jesus, God says we will find him. And also in the Bible, in the book of Jeremiah, God makes a promise that if we are looking for his son, if we are looking for Jesus with all of our heart, that we will find him always. He is always with us. And so when we're looking at going forward in our new year, maybe we should think about these things. Maybe we should think about, if you've never met Jesus before, why don't you go on that journey and look for him? And also, if you do know him, keep looking to deepen your relationship with him and know more about him, because I know that the more you know about Jesus, the more you love him and the more you want to know about him.
So Jesus doesn't change, but I can be more like him and get to know him better and become a better me.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's like this. Same Jesus, new Gertie.
Same Jesus, new Gertie. I love it. That's good. That's good stuff.
Okay. Well, happy Epiphany, Miss Gertie.
Happy Epiphany, Pastor Nick.
Okay.
And Happy New Year, everybody.
Bye.
Gertie, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee.
Enjoy.
See you later. Well, hey, boys and girls. So good to see Miss Gertie and Miss Mary. And as we talked about down at the coffee shop, hey, today is Epiphany, which is a really important day in the life of the church. It's the day that we celebrate that the wise men made a journey to go see Jesus. And we have, over the last few weeks leading up to Christmas, and many of you know this, we were kind of taking a look at the Advent wreath. And the Advent wreath has several candles on it. And we celebrated that in week 1 that Jesus that he is our hope. In week 2, we celebrated that Jesus loves us unconditionally when we lit the love candle. Week 3, we reminded each other. The pink one is week 3. Week 3 reminds us that in Jesus we have great joy. In week 4, we reminded each other with the 4th candle that was lit on the Advent wreath that in Jesus we have a peace that goes beyond our ability to even understand it. And Jesus is that peace that passes all understanding. And then on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we lit this candle in the middle, which is the Jesus candle, the Christ candle. And so as we're in the new year, and today being Epiphany, in the weeks that are coming up, we're going to remind each other that Jesus, he has not changed. He's the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He doesn't change. He's the same. Same Jesus, but new you and new me. Same Jesus, but a new me. And the Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 that if any one of us is in Jesus, then we are a new creation. The old has gone and the new has come, and there's this promise from God that he is doing something new in you and in me. One of the things we did on Christmas Eve when we gathered for church, and if you were with us, you know because you got one of these, we handed out these little candles to everybody. And we didn't light them in church this year because that didn't feel like such a good idea, but if you were here with us, you got to take one of these home with you. And if you weren't here with us on Christmas Eve, we have extra ones. The next time you're here, you come see me. We'll make sure you get a candle to take home with you. But one of the things we did on Christmas Eve was I lit one of these little candles from the big candle, the Christ candle. And the visual is the big candle kind of reminds us of Jesus, and the little candle reminds us of me and you. And so the little candle, as it takes its light from the big Christ candle, reminds us that Jesus, that he lives in you and in me. That in Jesus, God is doing something new in me. He's doing something new in you. And so as the new year is here, we're going to be reminding and encouraging each other that Jesus, he's the same. He has not changed, but he's doing something new. And over these upcoming weeks, what he wants to do in you and what he wants to do in me is to spread more hope and to spread more love and to spread more joy and to spread more peace into the lives of others, at home with mom or dad, at home with brothers and sisters, in your schools, in your neighborhoods, in this community. Where might we have the opportunity to do these new things? Some of them are old, they're old things, but they're maybe new in how we think about delivering those gifts into the lives of other people. And so as you think about how you might share more hope and love and joy and peace into the lives of others around you, we're going to be talking about that in the weeks to come. So God bless you. Hope you're having a great week this week. Happy New Year to you, and today, happy Epiphany to you, and we'll see you soon. We love you, and God bless the rest of your day.